Okay friends, to get started, the first thing we're going to do is remove our radiator cap. There we are. Now the next thing we want to do is have a nice collection bucket underneath the passenger side wheel well, essentially in this area. We're going to come right up to this right here, and you can see I already have my pliers on the petcock. That's going to be the drain for the radiator. Let's go ahead and turn that counterclockwise and remove it. There we are. Let's let that drain into the bucket. Okay friends, to get to this, what we're going to have to do is remove this aspect right along here. To do that, I want to of course disconnect any electrical connector that we see. Let's disconnect our mass airflow sensor. Inspect the wiring, make sure you don't see any funny colors. Assuming it looks good, go ahead and set it aside. We'll go ahead and disconnect the air temp sensor. And then if you look down along here, you're going to see that you have a little clip that's holding onto a wiring harness. You can either pull the clip right out of this, or of course you can just disconnect the harness itself. Now we're going to come right here and loosen up this clamp. We'll just give this a nice wiggle and separate the two. Now let's move along to this area right here. Remove this wing nut. Let's go ahead and grab onto this, give it a nice wiggle. There we are. Got a little hose right here. Draw that off. We'll set this aside. All right, so now that that's out of the way, we have a nice clear view of where our coolant temp sensor is. It's going to be right above your driver's side exhaust manifold. So now the next thing that we need to do is go ahead and relieve the wiring from it. All right, let's go ahead and get our socket and ratchet on there. And then unscrew it. Okay, there it is. There it is, friends. Okay, so we have our old coolant temp sensor and our brand new one. Let's hold them right up against each other and make sure they're approximately the same length. Aside from that, what you want to pay attention to is the threaded area here. So looking at the threads, you can tell that this wasn't actually screwed all the way in, so it was bottomed out against the engine. Essentially, just go in so it's approximately halfway down the threaded area here, and then you should be good to go. Okay, I can feel that's getting snug. Now looking down in there, you can tell that I didn't necessarily go all the way till it was bottomed out, just like I said. Click it in, give it a nice wiggle. Perfect. All right, let's get this inlet tube back on here. I'm just gonna come right over to this area. You're gonna notice you have the little hooky doos. They need to go right underneath the throttle body. Put this, slide it under, and then roll it over. Go ahead and put on your wing nut, snug it right up. Give this a nice wiggle. You wanna make sure that this is secure. If it's not, you might get unmetered and unfiltered air inside of your engine. Let's get this back on here. And then of course we have our wiring just back inside of its clip. Now we've got the rest of this over here. Connecting that air temp sensor, mass airflow sensor. And then of course make sure that the wiring's nice and secured inside of its area here. Now let's put this on. You're going to notice that this area has two layers. You essentially want to make sure that the plastic goes in between the center. Okay. Carefully grab onto this, bring it so it's bottomed out, and now we'll snug up the clamp. Okay friends, we got it all put back together. The last couple things that you're gonna have to do is of course get inside your coolant reservoir right here, and we're gonna exchange that fluid as well. You can use something as simple as a turkey baster or even drain it out any other way you can. Aside from that, we're gonna fill up the cooling system, and of course you wanna make sure that you use the manufacturer's specified fluid, which would be Dexcool coolant in this. Okay friends, now it's gonna be time to fill our cooling system. There's gonna be a couple different ways you can do this, either with a vacuum system that looks like this, assuming you have compressed air to put onto it. If not, just use a funnel that looks like this. That way there you can burp out any air that's in the system as we fill. The coolant that you're going to use to fill this would be Dexcool coolant. For me personally, I'm going to use universal coolant, which works for every type of coolant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start up the truck. Something that we want to pay attention to is our heat gauge over here. I want to go ahead and turn this all the way to the hot position. I'm going to put this on level 4. And then of course we'll turn this. I'm going to put it on feet, but you can put it pretty much anywhere aside from on AC or defrost. All right, so I just ran the vehicle until it's nice and hot. I had no more air bubbles coming out of here, so I'm going to go ahead and close this off. Now the next thing I want to pay attention to is the coolant reservoir over here. You want to of course open this up, and then you want to remove as much coolant from inside there as possible. If it looks like there's debris, you need to clean it out. Aside from that, the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and lift this up, bring it over here, and I'm going to fill up my reservoir with brand new coolant. Take this off of here, and of course, put on your radiator cap. Okay, now all you have to do is go ahead and take it for a road test.